All right, so good morning, good evening. If you can hear me, comment I can hear you. If you can hear me, comment I can hear you. Um,
Okay. Yes, I just if I can hear
uh,
you, I can hear you.
yeah, so apologies for my setup. Okay, so welcome, Jade. We're gonna go live in the next 3 minutes. We are way behind time. I had to shuffle a whole lot of stuff, so apologies for the delay. We're gonna go live in the next 3 minutes. So while you're joining, can you tell me your name and then the states that you're joining from? Let me know your name and the states that you're joining from. Can you do that real quick? Let's go, guys. Your name and then where you are joining from. So, a quick introduction about myself. My name is Joseph Emmanuel. I'm the CEO of LSC Properties, one of the fastest growing real estate companies in Abuja. We have properties in Lagos, Ibadan, and Abuja. Like I said, I'm just a young boy that loves to make money, and I'm going to be showing you how I did it and how you also can make money. It's completely free, no BS, no PR, no nothing. So just join in, and then let's see if this is what will actually work for you. So let's go, guys. Welcome Elijah from Benway. Welcome. Um, who else? Welcome Anu. Anu is joining from Lagos also. Oh, sorry, Elijah is joining from Benway. So welcome, I am Anu. Welcome. Sorry, welcome Elijah from Benway. Welcome Anu from Lagos. Yes. So we're gonna go live 8:22. That's exactly 2 minutes from now. So like I said, let me know where you're joining in and then your name. Your name and where you're joining from. So welcome again, Anu from Lagos. I see more people are joining. Kindly hit the share button. Let's get more people to join in on this conversation. So it's gonna be a double session. How to make millions selling real estate as a side hustle. Yes, for students and 9 to 5 workers. For example, myself, I'm a medical practitioner. Though I'm not practicing, I'm fully into the real estate space. So if you are doing a 9 to 5, whatever it is, you could always pair real estate as a side income that makes you millions. And then I'm going to show you how you could do that as a student and as a 9 to 5 worker. Hi, Vanessa. Yeah, Vanessa, your mic is off.
Hi. I'm so sorry I'm late.
Nah, it's fine. Yeah, important thing is you're here. So yeah, let's get more one more comment and then we'll go live. So your name and where you are joining from. Like I said, webinar is how to make millions selling real estate as a side hustle. Whether you're a student or you're a 9 to 5 worker, in summary, how to make the bag. 2026 is going to be a wonderful year, and then it starts from now. So I'm super excited. I have two powerful people here with me, Madam Fort Africa,
Oh my
the
god.
realest, and then I have Vic Samuel. Yeah, so they're going to be sharing both ends. Samuel, are you still with me? Yes, Samuel, are you still with me? Can you hear me? Okay, seems we lost him. Yeah, Vanessa. Yeah, so you come and cut two for us.
Please
Yeah,
stop.
so yeah. A quick intro about Miss Vanessa. Miss Vanessa is one of those young people in Abuja that is doing crazy things. She's the CEO of Fort Africa. Um, yeah. So Vanessa, we are here to learn from you. Over to you.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm so sorry I joined late again. He already said my name is Vanessa and I am the CEO of Fort Africa Limited. It's a real estate brokerage firm. So we help clients buy and sell properties in Abuja. Today's conversation is actually very interesting because it's just students, and I wish I had this when I was still in school. Regardless, I'm just going to tell you, I'm not here to tell you anything, that you've not heard before, or something that's okay. Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah, loud and clear, loud and clear.
Okay, so I'm just going to get into it so that we've already taken a bit of our time. So, first off, as a student trying to be in real estate or trying to get into real estate, you leverage on what you already have. No one is telling you to get a land, no one is telling you to own three lands and all of these things that you see online, right? But you leverage with what you already have. People, and for me, what I think is most important to have is knowledge. You need to know the market, what are off-plan properties, what is land banking, what is C of O, the documents, everything. You need to know it because these are the things that you're going to be selling to people. And then you need confidence to sell these things as well because you don't own it, so you don't know. I took notes of the things I want to say so that I don't go off topic because I know that this is not supposed to be a really long session. So first things first, you need to know the market, off-plan properties, land banking, diaspora clients, and shortlets. Because shortlet is also part of real estate. I don't know if you know. If you didn't know, congratulations, you now know that. Then, second thing, you need to build trust without being full-time. I know that as a student, obviously, especially if you're based in Abuja and you school in, for instance, you school in out of Abuja and you want to do real estate in Abuja, it can be quite tricky because then you have like not a lot of time. But then again, this is where your network comes in. The people the people that you have been able to, work with and for. For me, as a student, I volunteered enough a lot. So before I was even out of school, in fact, while I was in school, it was very hard for people to believe I was a student because I was always volunteering from one place to another, one thing to another, because I knew that nobody could really pay me because I didn't really have the skills that they were looking for. So in order to get what I wanted from these people, I was volunteering. I was giving them my time to learn what they had. And, by the time I Hi. Hello. Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, hello Vanessa, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Sorry about that. My router went off.
It's fine.
Okay, so can I continue or was someone else speaking?
Yeah, yeah, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so I don't remember where I stopped, and I'm sorry, I lost my thoughts. I'm just going to continue from where I remember what I said. I think I said last. Your first million will come from someone else's property, not yours. So you don't necessarily have to own a land. You can start by volunteering with real estate companies. One thing I know is that in Abuja specifically, because I was born and brought up here, everybody, every business owner wants money. So if you're telling them that you're going to give them value, they are willing to do whatever. So you can find real estate companies around and volunteer your time. It's the same thing in sales. We're all looking to make sales. So if you come to, for instance, I have a lot of interns at South Africa, and what we do is I find the listings and share with them, and they post, and when they get clients, I continue the conversation. When we have inspections, they tag along, they see how we do the inspections, and so on and so forth. I think one of the girls at South Africa currently that is probably leading operation, as I like to say, safe to say, she came in as a volunteer and now she's a staff and she handles inspections very well. And I remember very well that when she first joined, she was very timid. She didn't think she had the clientele to sell the properties. But over time, because you're putting your work out there, your contacts, the people on your contacts are seeing you, you get to now, they now get to refer you. So they're not necessarily the ones that would buy from you, but they have people in their contact too that would buy from you. So your first millions won't come from your own will come from someone else's property rather, not yours. Then pick the right niche, especially as a student. I know that you have like you're most likely in school or out of town half the time. So start with focus on what doesn't drain you. There are off-plan projects, you have land banking, you have diaspora clients. If you already have a network, because network is very important in real estate. If you already have a network of realtors or companies that you know that, oh, okay, these people they sell lands in Kuji, these people they sell lands in Guzape, these people they sell lands, and you just keep posting their flyers and all that. They make videos for their page, you post it and all of these things. When you get a client, you don't necessarily have to be there to sell these properties. You can just let the front desk know, or whomever it is, go handle the inspection while you handle the conversation, and before you know, the deal is closed and off the time and off the table. And the money is in your pocket, of course. Build trust without being full time. And I say this to say, since you're not always on site, your credibility must be loud. So you're posting consistently on your WhatsApp status, you share property reviews, questions that you get from curious minds, people that want to buy. Just post it, but as you post these things, answer the questions as well. Do voice notes, especially you can do virtual tours. You show proof of site visits. When you're in town, make sure that you find yourself on the field. Post videos of you doing site visits and all these things, because social media, you show people what you want them to see. Like, nobody knows you, and that's why a lot of people fall for scam on social media. So if a lot of people can fall for scam, you can be credible and people will still fall for what you're doing, right? So people don't buy from the person with the most free time, they buy from the person with the most clarity. And then you can, to build clarity, you have to actually just keep putting your work out there. Like, put your work out there, answer people's questions. Sometimes people are even shy to ask these questions, like, well, let me not ask this one, I'm not ready to buy. But when they eventually do, please post these things so that people know that you know what you're onion. Use your laptop and phone strategy. Market properties, again, I've said it. Market post properties, post on your stories. I can't emphasize how important it is to have a media presence. I remember, like, last month, I think my brand, we've been through a lot in the past month. Meta picked up an issue with us, and we've been struggling to come back, and thankfully we're back. We're trying to see what we can do better. But so if you check our page now, you probably not see much, but we're working on that. You don't need an office. You don't need to own a land again. You don't need full-time hours, because even we that do real estate full-time, I mean, I can tell it's a 24 hours job, right? But half the time, if you do not have the if you're not able to filter your clients and know who's serious, who's ready for an inspection, oh, this person, is he just making inquiries? If you get excited about every question, you're going to burn out. So you don't need to be there full time. You just need to have clarity. And then, you don't build clarity just by sitting around and just posting, right? You build clarity by actually volunteering, doing the work when you can. However, when you cannot, seek mentorship and ask questions as well. Then I'm just going to say again, you don't need to quit your job to change your financial story. Real estate can be your side hustle and still become the source of your first million. You need your phone, your voice, your consistency, and your confidence. If you start showing up today, one client can change your income. It's not an easy job. I tell people all the time, it's not an easy job, because people feel like, oh, the commissions that realtors make or people in real estate make, they come by luck, but they don't come by luck. We spend a lot of money on ads, we spend a lot of money on going for inspections from clients that will waste your time, we spend a lot of money on data, we spend a lot of money on people and a lot of things. So when this commission comes, it covers up, it's more like they're repaying us. It's our own salary. So, and I know it's a lot, but I think we deserve it, because the transport, the time, the everything that we spend on, it's a lot. So I'm just going to be here. I'm so sorry that I'm very breaky, but I'm still going to be here to ask and answer your questions if you have any. So thank you, Joseph. Hi, Joseph.
Can you hear me? 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 Guys, if you can hear me, please comment. I can hear you in the comment section. Okay, awesome. So, thank you for that powerful, quick take. Summary. She said, have knowledge, build trust, volunteer, pick a niche, post property, and then build clarity. Very, 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 very important. Now, I'm going to share a very little story of how I got into real estate. Now, it was in my 200 level when I bought my first property in Abuja. I saw this property and then I said, okay, let me go and check it. I checked it out. I did my due diligence so that everything about the property is all right. I said, let me buy it. When I bought it, I reposted that same property on my status and said, okay, guys, I just got this stuff. You people should also come and take part of it. This is a good opportunity where you can buy cheap and sell high. I reposted that same stuff on my status. A couple of people also reposted the same thing, and that week I got 10 clients. Now, those 10 clients, I got 10% commission on each. Now, let's assume each property was selling for a naira. 10% in 10 places, that's 100K times 10. That is 1 million naira straight up. Now, this was in 200 level. Now, this is what we call beginner's luck. I had no idea of what I was doing, in all honesty. I just did a video when I got my land document showing how excited I was, and then people saw the opportunity, saw it as a good buy, and then they also bought. So that is just how it works. It is simple. Now, that was the same knowledge I got in Japan. When I started learning what is closing, KLT factor, how to handle inspections, landmarks, and all of that. So that is the knowledge part that she talked about. Do you get? Real estate is very, 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 very easy to do as a side hustle. Now, picking a niche, real estate is broad. You talk about off-plan project, land banking, there's commercial real estate. There's a ton. Yeah, hi Vanessa, welcome back. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Could you hear
Yeah,
me? I don't know.
you turned off your mic. Yeah,
Oh, I was done speaking. I don't know. Did you?
yeah, I heard. But your session was amazing, amazing. I'm just doing a quick summary of everything for them.
Hello.
So, can you hear me? Yeah. So, I've explained knowledge. I've explained building trust. Yeah, most people that bought from me, those first 10 clients that bought from me, they bought because they know me, like me, and trust me. They've been following my status. They know that I'm a real person. So that is how you could go about it. And then you also talk about volunteering. The more you shadow people, the more you have more knowledge of the industry and know how it works better. Pick a niche. You cannot sell everything. And then another thing is branding. You must know how to brand yourself. Real estate is an industry where you make millions and then you need to look like it. You cannot say, okay, you want to create real estate as a side hustle and then you are catching crews on WhatsApp, you are twerking or do some very funny stuff. No one will take you serious. So I just had to chip in that. So amazing take, and then build clarity over time. The more you do something, the more you have knowledge on it, the more people associate you with that stuff, and then the more clearer it is to you on what kind of niches can profit you the most. So very amazing take. Thank you, Vanessa, for that. Um, Mr. Samuel, are you still with us? Yeah. So before I call on the next person, the next speaker, do you have any questions for Vanessa before allow her to call it a night for us? Do you have any questions for her? If you have a question, if you have a question, you can just drop it in the comment section, and then I'll pin it up. So I believe no question. If you enjoyed a session, kindly comment. Thank you, Miss Vanessa. I got value. Thank you, Miss Vanessa. I got value. Let's go. Drop the fire emojis. All right. So Jade has a question. Could she talk about niches? I don't think she's still here, but I'll just answer that. Now, real estate is broad. There are over 20 different ways you could make money, or 20 industries you could make money from real estate. For example, there's what they call REIT, REIT, Real Estate Investment Trust. This is one industry that many people don't even know about. It is how you could make money from real estate. You could earn in dollars from real estate. Now, you could simply own shares of real estate companies, and then at the end of every 3 months, they give you a percentage of the profits that they make called dividends they pay to your account. Now, companies like Amazon, Jumia, and the rest, most of their warehouses they don't own them themselves. So they rent out all of these places. Okay, Vanessa is back. Yeah, Miss Vanessa, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Sorry, I'm having
Yes.
really struggling with my network.
No, it's fine. You have a quick question here. Could you talk more on niches, real estate niches? Maybe you could just do that in the next 2 minutes so we bring on Samuel. Can you hear me, Vanessa? Can you hear me, Miss Vanessa? Network.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yes,
yes,
please go
yes.
ahead. Jade asked a question. You talk about more niches.
Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, so when we talk about niches in real estate, we're simply talking about choosing the corner of the industry that you want to dominate. Because, I mean, sometimes if you try to sell everything, you could confuse yourself with the audience, especially as a beginner in real estate. So we have off-plan projects. There are like five niches that I specified on when I was speaking. I spoke about off plan projects, land banking, diaspora sales, short leads, luxury and high ends, obviously. And I think the easiest to sell is land. The easiest would be land banking because, I mean, it's first the most affordable in real estate, right? For off-plan projects is perfect for side hustlers because you sell from your phone and then you earn big. And off-plan projects, you don't need to be on site every day. You sell with videos, brochures, and payment plan. It's attractive to like young professionals and first time investors. Then land banking, if you want quick conversations, start with land. Everybody understands land. It's affordable for buyers, it's easy to market, and that's why I said I think it's the easiest for beginners. People buy it for appreciation. So you don't have to handle you don't have to start having conversations on how the construction is going. It's literally, for me, I see it as a one-off. I help you buy this land and that's it. If you want it to appreciate, okay, we'll be back in 5 years time to talk about how to resell the land or whatever it is you want to do with the land. Then we have diaspora sales. Diaspora clients are not looking for vibes. They want clarity. So if you can give that, they would buy because obviously they're not in the country to know what's going on in details. You are the one that knows what's going on. You are the one that knows. You ask when you're doing your consultation, you ask them what their budget is, what they're looking out for, and all of these things. So basically it's almost like you have the money and you're helping yourself buy. You have to This is why emphasize on knowing the market. You must know the market because they mostly rely on trust and professionalism because they don't really know much all the time. I mean, half the time. Then short lens and rental advisory. You can make money just by helping someone find where to stay, and that's like commission 101. Shortlets for me, I think I even started with shortlets, right? I actually forgot. Yeah, I started with shortlets like years back. You earn from referrals. You don't need to own a property. You don't need to have a property. Very, very good if you're in Lagos and you're in Abuja because you know that people mostly travel to these two cities and then they mostly have shows in these two cities. So people often look for where to stay and all of that. When choosing your niche, you need to understand three things. And I was going to say this while I was speaking, but I don't know. I just felt like I was running out of time. So I was trying to rush everything I had to say. What type of property do I understand easily? Because in real estate it's trust. Like, people need to trust you. They're going to be asking you tons and tons of questions before they put their money into your hands, right? So you need to ask yourself, what kind of property do I understand easily? What type of buyers do I naturally attract? You check your network. Okay, the people in my network, if I start posting 1 billion naira, I'll probably lose them. Like, they'll probably never even buy from me because they can't understand it. They can't relate. However, this does not mean that a time will come where you don't market at billions. But at the time, given what you have now, and given that, okay, this is a side hustle, like, how do I make money off this thing sharp, sharp? Oh, this land is 1 million naira here. Somebody is marketing a land for 1 million naira. This company has launched a project, and you know what? They're selling a plot of land at 1 million naira. This is just an example, by the way. And they're selling this thing at 1 million naira, and the payments plan is 12 months. Your friend that has been saving since last year, and she has like maybe 500K in her account. You go and meet her and tell her, oh, how far? There's this land, oh. Talk to her, payment plan. You don't need to you have the complete money and all of that. This way, you're making money from your network easily. It just depends on the kind of network that you have. And as you continue to grow, your clientele begins to grow as well. Then the third, and obviously most importantly, what niche can I talk about confidently even after a long day at work? Like if I wake you up from sleep now and I tell you, oh, how far? What is it you even do in real estate? If it's off plan you're selling, would you sell it effortlessly? If it is shortlist you're selling, will you sell it effortlessly without having to text whoever to send you whatever, or you get, and all these. So your niche should match your lifestyle, obviously, especially if you're doing real estate as a side hustle. Okay. I hope I was able to answer your question. I hope I didn't take too much time, Joseph. I'm so sorry.
Awesome, awesome, awesome take. Thank you very much. Yeah, Jade, I hope that helped. Yeah. So real estate is broad. The more you enter, the more you understand that okay, actually this is how it works. From basic land banking to property development, to even construction, to even selling construction material is still under real estate. So the opportunities and the chains which you could make money, it is endless. The more you climb the value ladder, the more money you make eventually. But for the basic, the easiest, like she said, which has the lowest entry level, and then which you could just maneuver your way as a newbie and still make money, is land banking, because everybody's looking for where they can tie their money doing nothing and make profit at the end of the day. So if you can get them good land deals, they'll definitely buy. So that is that about that. Thank you again, Miss Vanessa. Amazing, amazing, amazing share. Yes. So our next speaker, Samuel, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. Yeah. So our next speaker is someone very, very, very dear to me. He's a final year student of Footmina, and then he's someone that we brought him specifically for this, not just
Wow, it
because
stays in
of.
Dubai.
Is that what? Yeah. So we brought him up not just for, but he's a student that has results. Yeah. The fact that he's selling properties in Abuja from Mina, it is, then he's currently our top seller. LS is going to be having an anniversary before the year runs out, and then already he has already qualified already for Realtor of the Year, which is crazy. So, Mr. Samuel, like I said, he's a student, and then he's making a killing out of real estate. And then he stumbled on real estate, and real estate is something that is paying him as a side hustle, crazy, crazy commission. We know how much he sent to him as a company. So, over to you, Mr. Samuel. The floor is yours.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I think, sorry, can you all hear me?
Loud and clear.
Um, Sir Joseph, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Okay, so my name is Elti Samuel. Like you said, I'm a final year student from Footmina. I know that all this stuff that Sir Joseph is saying, I beg go. Times, you know how much the company is selling to me. I'm looking for money, please. Oh, okay, so I'll just be saying a very quick stuff about real estate. It's I think real estate was something I just stumbled upon, and my story is almost like that of Sir Joseph. I saw the post on someone's status. Yes, it's not like I got to know Sir Joseph somewhere. I saw the post on someone else's status, clicked the link, and then got to the person's DM. Person just directed me to Sir Joseph, book a session with him, or should I say inspection, check the land out. I was interested, and then I started paying for it. And after I paid for it, I was like, I sent one day and like, she, me too, I can be involved in these things. If I can just see it on someone's status and buy it, then someone too should be able to see it on my status and buy it. And then I started doing research. As of then, before I even messaged him that I wanted to start selling, I did a whole lot of research, went on YouTube, started what real estate is about, um, the terminology, see all the things involved. Then I got to discover that. That was when I got to discover that real estate is, or should I say, initially what was in my head about real estate was I have to like build a house and put it out for rent, or I have to like own a land and then sell it. And I'm like, okay, I discovered that I could actually be a realtor. I could actually be a realtor. Instead, with what being a realtor is just you selling someone else's property. You just act like a middleman. You find there's a seller, you find the buyer, you connect both of them, and then that's it. Then you sell the property. And it was like I should be able to do this thing. I should be able to do this thing. And then I went to do research, and then here I am doing it, and it's so easy. I find it so easy. Yes, it's easy. It's easy. It's easy. And so, what I'll just be saying tonight is not something. I'm not saying okay, maybe it's a must principle. This would be more like what I did myself, what happened to me, and what I did differently, what happened differently to change my life in real estate. So first, now I'll be talking about this problem students assume they have. There's one problem students assume they have in real estate. There's one problem. I don't know. We almost assume that we don't have time. No, students like lectures. This one I don't have time. Real estate. It's not that bogus. It's not that heavy. The student always assume they don't have time. That's one thing. There's time. You are not always in lecture. And sometimes if I'm a student, we'll be in lecture room and we'll play games. Those are times you can actually be checking on your custom leads, your your clients. Then secondly, I am too young to be involved in this. That's one thing. Some of you think you are too young. You don't know that Omo, there are some things that age is not. Nobody looks at age. Most people look at the clarity, how well you know what you're doing, and how clear the whole stuff is, and then that's it. Then thirdly, sorry, is students always assume, or people always assume they don't know how to sell. They assume it's an assumption. They assume that they don't know how to sell. They always assume. I believe that selling is something that everybody has. It's just like an inbuilt talent. You just have to unveil it. You just have to open it. Then fourth, who should I sell to? Who should I sell to? I'm in a student environment, this ideology that students are broke, students don't have money, and most people on my contact list are students. So who should I sell to? That's one of the problems students assume they have. They feel like, I don't have people that have money. My friends are around me. See, it's an assumption. Then fifth, judging people's pockets by their look. This thing will put you in problem if you judge people by their looks. If you judge, see, there are some people you can't judge. You see, we have had the clients that just came in wearing one random short and shirt, you know, and I was like, this guy go fit buy property. So, but then after the whole this thing, the guy bought probably what tens of millions. So I just was surprised. Like, how I thought. Since from then, change my mindset again. You don't judge people's pocket by their look. Then the last one on problem students assume they have is issue of locations. Sometimes you feel like, okay, I'm in Mina, and the property I want to sell, the real estate I want to get, the niche of real estate I want to get involved in is it's in Abuja, and you feel like your parents will limit you. You can't just travel like that. You don't have freedom yet. See, you don't have to be there. I've only been to site once, okay, twice. That is when I wanted to buy my own property, and when I brought some leads to check some properties. I said I've only been to site twice, but then I've sold way more than 5 to 6 properties already. You see, over most of those clients is bought in large numbers. So you don't have to be there. You just have to know where the land is and who is there. You understand? Then I was moving quickly to factors that influence your sale. Yes, factors that influence your sale. And then I'll just be giving you only three factors. That's to me that I discovered. One is the kind of belief system you grew up to have. The kind of belief system you grew up to have. So persons believe that they can't make it, real estate is not for them, selling is not for them. So the kind of belief system, the kind of mindset you grew up to have, that's number one. Number two, the knowledge you grew to have acquired. Over time, our knowledge limits us a lot. So, like they always say, what you don't know is way bigger than you. What you don't know always is way bigger than you. So, the last thing, the type of mentorship you are growing with. Some of us are just growing, like we just want to do things. You want to be into real estate. At least have someone that is either inside real estate or someone that have knowledge on real estate. I don't know, someone that built a business, someone that have done something, have someone mentoring you, have someone's tip you listen to, have someone's podcast you listen to. So those are like the type of mentorship you are growing with. So because you are still growing, so the type of mentorship you are growing with. And then I think the last thing I'm talking about is things you must do as a realtor. Things you must do as a realtor is what first, getting yourself a mentor is a must. Getting yourself a mentor is a must. I don't know, to me, it's like more like a personal story because you always need to have, because when the money start coming or you're doing something wrong, you need someone to actually identify what you are doing wrong to tell you, you are at every point in your life you need a guide. So that's where a mentor comes in. Now, number two, know what you are selling. Know what you are selling. You can't say maybe what's on the table. It's let's say you are selling juice. Yes, you're producing juice or you're selling juice, and then you don't know anything about juice. You don't know how it's done. You don't know what's involved. Probably the content of whatever is there. See, know what you are selling. If it's land, if it's service apartment, have a full info. So if client asks you, okay, what's the size of this land? You tell them what are the papers of the land. You tell them what are the things involved. How do I make payment? How do I get to see this place? Know what you are selling. Then number three, this is very, very important. Look like what you are selling. I think the first speaker made mention of it as well. See, it cannot be overemphasized. Look like what you are selling. This is not fake life. This is not fake life in any way. See, if you need to even save for some packaging, save for it. But make sure you look like what you're selling. Then right, be ready to push beyond limits. That is the fourth one. Be ready to push. There are sometimes be ready to push beyond limits. Be ready. Then grow your confidence. Now, as a beginner, you might like she talked about someone coming in as a volunteer, was initially timid, and then now is bold, doing site inspection and the rest. To grow your confidence. There's a way I'll explain talk about land buying or land banking to you, and you feel like I own about 10 hectares somewhere. Grow your confidence. And it just didn't happen. It grew over time through mentorship, through study, through acquiring of knowledge, through attending of seminars, and then through making of sales. Your confidence keep growing. Then the last one, execute the small things and great things will start happening. Sometimes you feel it's too bogus, it's too big. See, execute the small things. Don't worry. Execute the small things. And believe me, great things will start happening. You just need to start. You can't be waiting for whole long. See, you just need to start. This is my advice. Just start. You just need to start. So rounding up, I was just talking about like now, what will actually give you this show now is that I will be using this WhatsApp vendor analogy, especially those ones that sell clothes and thrifts that sell clothes, thrift wears, the rest. They post every day. See, there's no way they view their status and then you don't see a post about their product. Sometimes because I've put myself in so many problems just viewing status, and so I just stumbled on something I like, never intended to buy it, and then I like, I don't know, this thing too fine to just pass, and then you see me paying for it. So, and there are some persons that see that have been on my contact list posting something for almost 1 year, and then one day from bloom I just wake up and I'm buying like 10. And sometimes I just want to buy and I remember, this person that I've been in status, that's the person in my head, and then I'll go and buy like 5, 10 from the persons. I don't know if you get, so post every, let every timber, you will desperately need to have self control. You definitely need to have self control. You definitely need to be tolerant. Yes, you have to be tolerant. Long suffering will be part of you. Because there are some persons that we ask some questions, you be like, my God, I've answered this thing since. Some persons will like, see, there's some things some persons will do, you'll be very angry, but then you have to control your attitude. Then the last thing I'll say on this call, before I will open to questions and probably anything Mr. Joseph want to add. The key to success in selling is for you to, I don't know, you can write this down because it's very important. The key to success in selling is for you to start a little earlier. Start a little earlier, work a little harder, work a little harder, and then stay a little later. Stay a little later. Some of us we are scared to start. So I don't know, we'll start a bit late. Start early, start earlier. You start now like this, unless you start tomorrow. Before this time next year, you're already good at real estate. If you have started real estate since August, by now you'll be better. So always start earlier and work a little harder. Oh my God, work a little harder. Yeah, I think if you are messaging like, or if you are posting like 2, 3 content a day before, you can push it to 6, 10. If you are doing like one content per week before, push it out to like, minimum of like 6, 7 content a week, if possible. If it's possible for you, push it out. So, and then stay a little later. Stay on it. Stay on it. Don't be too quick to say, this thing is not paying off, and then you just run off the cliff like that. Stay on it. Stay on it. Stay a little later. And then before you know, you just see the whole thing just happening and unfolding. Listen, then see, yes, before I forget the advice. Those people on your contact list, they have money. You don't see. Oh my God, people have money. Don't worry, your friends. Oh my, don't worry, because they are not buying cars or doing some big stuff. Don't assume they don't have. Put it out. Reach out to them. Hey guy, I have so stuff available. There are some of your friends, you see them spend money yourself. Probably maybe they don't know that you do something like this. Approach them and be like, guy, this your money. I don't know. I have somewhere you can put it. Have you heard of land banking, service apartment? Okay. Guy, you always travel to also place. I have some service apartment, very nice. Like currently now I'm staying in a hotel. And then how did I get it? I needed somewhere to stay, and the guy like, I'm into all the types apartment to have somewhere around to this side. Is it convenient for you? Okay. And then that's it. Do you understand? So always see that's just the key to it. Control your appearance, your voice, your attitude. Use the WhatsApp vendor and strategy. All those strategy. Then keep success last. Start earlier, work a little harder, and study a little later. So that will be all for now. Thank you very much. Sir Joseph. So that will be all from my end.
Wow, 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 wow. It just took me back to school. Amazing, amazing, amazing session. Thank you. I learned a whole lot, honestly. I learned a whole lot. So before he leaves, if you have any question for him, kindly type it in the comment section so we pin it up, and then he answers your question. But one very powerful thing that he said is stay a little longer. Stay a little longer. My mentor always tell me, if you don't give up, you will eventually win. Everybody that you see doing big things, there were times when they lack clarity. Vanessa talked about clarity, but you can't have clarity if you don't start. That's the first thing. They say the journey of 1,000 miles starts with what? That very first step. It starts with that very first webinar that you join. It starts with that very first post that you share on your WhatsApp. It starts with that very first client that you talk to about real estate, and then they tell you, no, I'm not interested. But then you feel like, oh, Nigerian population is over 230 million. And then if one person tell me no, there's millions and millions of people that will tell me yes. And sometimes no simply means next opportunity. Sometimes when they tell you no, they are not saying no to you, they are saying no to that your opportunity. I'll give you an example of something that happened to me. While I was still into digital marketing, there's a client that wanted to sell um, a video course for 20,000 naira. The guy said no, he's not interested, he's not going to buy it. I let the guy go. But when I now started real estate after a couple of years, that guy was my first international client. I never knew the guy was based in Dubai. He bought three properties, one in Ibadan and two in Abuja. The last time he messaged me this year, he just told me, Joseph, you will not die. I must come back to Nigeria before I see my property. But bottom line is, that's the power of consistency. That's the power of showing up. He also said something. There are times when he'll just go through his WhatsApp contact and then he'll see somebody else and he'll buy from them. Now, the reason why that he buys from that person, why, is because the person continues showing up. Top of The more you show up, the more you remain top of mind. And when you remain top of mind, you become top of heart, and then the pocket follows. It's not that you post today and then the next moment you go ghost. You are not whiskey. You are not whiskey here that you just drop a post online and then you go ghost for 1 month or anything. You must show up, go crazy. You must carry your matter on your head. That being said, amazing share. Okay, so my question to Sir Joseph, I want to ask, if I'm in Abuja, can I come to the office probably for some properties? Definitely, definitely. The office is open up. Just send me a message on WhatsApp. You could come anytime. We work Mondays to Thursdays, and then Saturdays we go for mostly events and all of that, event inspections and the rest. So whenever you are free, drop by the office. We would love to have you. So that is that. Amazing take. And then lastly, one other powerful thing he said: never look down on your contact list. Never look down on people based on their appearance. Never judge them based on their appearance. I did a video. I said there are a couple of clients that have come to my office and they have bought properties in millions that they do not look like what they are wearing. A friend of mine was telling me a client bought a property worth 7 million naira, a Hausa man, and then he came to the office with bedroom slippers. That's how crazy it is. There's such a thing called silent wealth. So never judge a book by its cover. Never judge a book by its cover. Even your friends that you're looking at today, never judge it, because you don't know who will make his next 1 million naira. Maintain every relationship that you have close to you. Imagine if your parents were friends with Dangote and then they maintain that relationship. You will not be in some of the situations that you are in. Don't treat people nicely because it's even the right thing to do. because you don't know where you need them or anything. People like Ehochi, if not for real estate, there are many ways that me and him would have not even crossed paths. Someone like Vanessa is big, oh. Vanessa is big, but then through an event, through a friend, and we are here today. So that's the power of relationship. One relationship can open door to millions for you. Just 1 year can change your whole life. That's the thing about real estate sef. Real estate, you're in a people business, not in a property business. You're in a people business first before the property, because it's the people that will buy what you are selling. So you must learn how to maintain relationship, build and also scale it up. We'll talk about lead generation, all of that. But then, yes, that being said, it has been a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful session. I guess we'll wrap it up here. Do you guys have any questions again? Any last questions? Any last questions before we wrap it up? We spent over 15 minutes. Yeah. Thank you to everyone that have stayed till the end, and those that will also be watching the replay, because the replay will still be up on YouTube. A very big thank you to the amazing Vanessa. Vanessa, can you hear me?
Yes, I
Um,
can hear you,
oh
Joseph.
wow,
Yes,
she
yes.
stayed to the end. Thank
Nice.
you. I don't deserve you. Thank you very much. And then Big Sam, thank you, thank you, thank you. Like I said at the beginning of this session, 2026 is gonna be a great year. A great year. We are gonna make millions and millions and millions. I'll wrap up with this. Whatever you are earning right now, multiplied by 10, multiplied by 100, multiplied by 1,000, multiplied by a million, somebody else somewhere is making that money weekly, monthly, or even daily. The difference between you and them is what? Knowledge. They know something that you don't. So the following year, we're going to be going big on knowledge. We're going to be bringing more people across different industries. We're going to be hosting our very first physical conference in Abuja, Lagos, and Ibadan, three mega cities. We are going big, very, very big. It's time to lock in. Like I always use my status, make no small plans. It's time to actualize every single thing. So I wish everyone luck. Like I said, real estate might not be it for you, but the important thing is I want everyone to be big in life, because the moment you start doing big things, you are going to be connection for my children, whether I would like it or not. The moment Vanessa becomes the first president of Nigeria, first female president, I'm going to say, yes, I knew Vanessa, and then I'm going to have easy access to Aso Rock. The moment Samuel becomes one of the biggest leaders when it comes to transportation, because he's also planning that, when it comes to transportation, it becomes bigger than Uber and Bolt. I'm going to be, yes, we started off from real estate. Real estate is a tool for you to make money and multiply that money into different things. Someone like Eleganza, Eleganza is a freaking billionaire. You can check him out. Even Otedola, when he was broke at one period, he had to sell a couple of his apartments, 316 units of his apartment, to get put money back into his business. That's the power of real estate. Real estate can help you get the dream life. Real estate can help you become a freaking billionaire. So I'll end with this. Go and make money. Anyway, thank you for everyone that stay here. Again, make no small plan. 2026 is gonna be a great year. And yes, we're gonna say yes, we started from here, and then we are all gonna do big things. Enjoy the rest of your night. Cheers, guys.